Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Standard News Network.
We are your hosts. I'm Inez Stephenson.
And I'm Leila Meilman.
On Tuesday, the Writers' Seminar class held their second reading of the year.
Students from the class read creative pieces they've been working on this semester to an audience.
It was such an extraordinary roundup of pieces of writing that all went in such different directions. If there was a single prompt for them, which I don't think there was, then you would never have been able to tell what it was. And I think Miss Mears has said that the second reading of Writers' Sem is really where it starts to gel, and you can hear the way that they've grown from the first reading to the second, even though the first one is so spectacular. I think for me, what was so special about it was that it's kind of a cliche to say I laughed, I cried, but the range of emotions that I experienced during it, and I did laugh and I did cry, and thinking about having student writers who are able to achieve that level of storytelling and that level of emotional and maturity and depth is pretty remarkable.
On Thursday, the South Asia Club hosted their annual South Asia Night.
The evening was filled with dancing, music, and various other festivities to celebrate South Asian culture.
I think South Asia Night is really important for our community because it gets everyone from all over South Asia in our school to come together and bond over our food, our drinks, our culture, our dances. We get to watch performances, we get to do henna, we get people from like elders, and then we get people who are really young, and we all come together and we can bond over all of our shared experiences. It's really important, especially since all of us are so far away from home. Getting that sense of community and culture somewhere else, like in London, is really hard to find. And also people who aren't really experienced in terms of knowing their culture and their heritage can come here and get a sense of what it's like to be South Asian.
Moving on to sports, varsity softball and baseball teams traveled internationally this week.
Let's hear from our sports correspondents for more.
Thank you, Leila and Inez. My name is Sana Ekra.
And my name is Raj Chamria.
And we are your sports correspondents.
On Friday, varsity softball and baseball teams traveled to Brussels to compete in several matches against the International School of Brussels.
That's all for sports this week. Now back to the hosts.
Thank you, Raj and Sana.
That's all for SNN this week. I'm Inez Stephenson.
And I'm Leila Meilman, reporting.